Hello, 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 my beautiful soul friends. Welcome to December's forecast. I am super excited to see what the month of December holds for you. What lessons, what challenges, perhaps, and blessings are coming into your life in the month of December. As always, I am super delighted and happy to have you here with me. Thank you for allowing me to bring guidance and insight into your life among with your guides and angels of the highest loving light. Okay, my beautiful friend, as you may or may not be familiar with, the way that this works is that you will look into each of these piles or crystals, if you prefer to pick with crystals, and you are going to choose the pile or piles, as you may be drawn to more than one pile. And if that is the case, I do highly encourage you to also listen to that additional pile, as there may be additional insight and messages for you. With that being said, I have also picked out a card or a message for all of the piles today. It's sort of like an overall reminder from the divine, from your angels and guides for the month of December. And the card or the affirmation that came out is, my ability to conquer my challenges is limitless. My potential to succeed is infinite. What a beautiful and loving reminder. And then on the back it says, you are limitless. You are the only one that can set up limits for yourself. Don't. I really appreciate this message here, and I feel that it is quite significant because in life, we are always going to go through certain challenges, or more so, certain lessons. And while we're in the middle of a certain lesson, when we are in the middle of a storm, we forget that we are limitless beings, that we can conquer and do just anything, that this too shall pass, and that we will move forward, that we will heal from whatever situation, whatever lesson we are faced with in that moment. And of course, that your potential to succeed, to be financially abundant, to have a fulfilling life is infinite. You can achieve literally anything you set your mind to. And I feel like that's what this card is reminding us of. All right, my beautiful friend, please go ahead and take a deep and slow breath. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth slowly. Feel into the energy of each pile, maybe calling in your guides and angels, your higher self, to assist you in picking out the piles or pile that will most resonate with you, that has the most insight for you. All right, I will give you a moment to go ahead and pick your pile, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, my beautiful pile number 1. Welcome to your divine reading and guidance and forecast for the month of December. Wow, pile number 1. Let me say here, this is quite a powerful time for you. There's massive and very significant change happening within you and your life, your external life as well. Wow. Okay, I'm going to dive right in because honestly, this is very exciting. It's exciting because this is the type of transformation that aligns us with what truly serves us. This is the type of change that you're going through, that although in this moment, it may not feel like it's something positive, it very much is. It's a blessing in disguise, to say the least. First, let's go ahead and go over your oracle cards. So you do have here, let's get that to focus. Okay, we have disappointment in a friend or lover. It is what you picked. And you have being of service, taking the next steps, rising up, transformation with the butterfly here, or the wings. And you also have spirals of manifestation. Look how beautiful this is. Okay. Let's put these back in place. Okay, my beautiful pile number one. When I say that this is a massive and significant time in your life, honestly, my words are not enough, okay? What I'm seeing for you in the month of December, and it's not one thing. And what I mean is, I feel like this is something that has perhaps been going. It's a chain of events that are just unrevealing itself more and more. But the month of December specifically, I think it's going to be a pivotal point in time where great lessons will be taught and revealed to you. For starters, I want to remind you that you are being guided. Your guides, your angels, God are walking right by your side as you transition into this wonderful and powerful being, as you step into your fullest potential. I see feathers here among your readings, and that only confirms for me that your angels and your guides are very much with you. So if you ever feel alone or you feel lost and stagnant, just know that you are indeed in the right path. And I think that that is going to be one of the main reminders for you in this reading, pile number one, is that you're not alone and that you are being divinely guided. I'm seeing here that you have been going through a period of upheaval, in the sense that a lot of things may not be going your way during this time. Perhaps you're having issues in your relationships. And I'm not going to lie here. The main energy that I'm feeling here is about relationships, whether that is romantic, platonic, or just connections in your life. I do see a lot of emphasis about relationships. However, please remember that this applies to any and all area of your life, since this is a general reading. With that being said, my beautiful friend, I do see that you have gone through a lot of heartache, disappointment, perhaps betrayal. And even here with the flute, you have disappointment in a friend or lover, and the Three of Swords, representing some sort of grief when it comes to a certain relationship, because you were either betrayed or just that person was not giving you the same that you were giving them, the same loyalty, the same love, the same respect, whatever it may be. And among that, and again, this could also be with family members or anything like that, just keep that in mind. Among that, I'm seeing here that on a internal level, you are going through a massive shift. And I feel like this shift is happening at a spiritual level, in an energetic level, meaning that you could be going even through like a spiritual awakening. You could be going through a time where you're really reflecting and thinking about your life, the direction you want your life to go in, the choices you've made, and how you want to turn things around. You could be self-evaluating about your relationships, your career, your habits, all of those things, right? Because you want to bring more harmony and more balance into your life, more stability. And that is exactly what I see is going to happen for you, my beautiful pile number one. However, before you create this reality that you so much desire and deserve, there are lessons that you must first learn in order to receive that manifestation. And your angels are saying right now, you are manifesting in this very moment. You're in the middle of this manifestation. And sometimes, even when we feel or seem like we're far away from achieving our goals, it's actually when we're the closest. A lot of times we're going to experience resistance right before we receive that blessing. And that is only because there are certain things we need to learn and gain so that we can obtain this new level of life, right? For example, let me give you an example here of that. Let's say that you are desiring and want to manifest the perfect partner, someone who is nurturing, loyal, empathetic of you, thoughtful of you, and all you have experienced are toxic relationships. Before you meet the one, before you meet your soulmate, life will often prepare you for that soulmate so that you can actually receive it and so that you don't sabotage it when you do meet it. And this is actually a fact. A lot of times when we have gone through pain and hard times and, toxic relationships, we don't know how to receive something gentle and nurturing. We think we want it, and we do, but once we receive it, we don't really know what to do with it because we're not used to it. We're used to the mistreatment. We're used to something else. So what life will do to balance the scales is that it'll put you through these tests, through these challenges that are going to teach you and give you what you need in order to receive that thing that you want. And that same concept can apply to even your job. Even, let's say you're working in a certain place right now and you're looking to start your own business. There are certain characteristics and skills that you may need to have your own business. And so life will throw certain lessons or challenges your way. I don't really like to use the word challenges because I don't look at my experiences as a challenge. I look at them as lessons because they always teach you something. And so life will throw these lessons at you for you to gain those skills, for you to gain what you need in order to receive that higher frequency manifestation and desire that you want, that partner, that job, that abundance. I hope that makes sense, my beautiful pile number one, because that is what I'm feeling for you. You are in the middle of the storm, but that storm is leading you right up to the sun, this bright, shining sun. You know what I mean? And it's beautiful. It's going to be massive. It's going to be more than you ever imagined. But right now, this is where you are. You're sort of in the middle of that transition. And this is the guidance that your guides and angels have for you as you go through this in the month of December, as these lessons rise up into your life. Please have a different perspective. You need to be able to change your perspective around, to look at things in a different angle and say, okay, what could this be teaching me? What am I supposed to learn out of this? Is it more self-love? Is it to put myself first? Is it to go within? Is it to be more kind to others? Is it to, set boundaries? To believe in myself? Whatever it is. But there's something here that later on, I promise, you'll be able to look back on and say, oh, that is why I went through that. That is what I needed to learn from that. So it's important to also look at things from a different perspective, even if we don't really understand what's going on. We have to have faith in the process. We have to trust God, the divine, that we're being guided and supported to our highest good. Because oftentimes, and let's be honest here, we learn the hard way, right? Most of us, I know I do. I know I'm definitely, I used to be one of those people that I only learned the hard way, right? I could see something for what it is, but it was so hard for me to accept it. And so life, the universe would make shifts and things happen in my life for me to move, whether I wanted to or not. But it did it in a very, very loving way. It only did that so that I can flourish, so that I can actually be fulfilled, because we self-sabotage by keeping ourselves in a situation that doesn't even serve us just because we're used to it, because it's comfortable, because it's what we know, or because of certain wounds from like the past and our childhood. And so what I see for you, pile number one, is that things will continue to rise up. I'm not going to lie to you, but this is good. Things are going to keep coming to the surface. You're going to keep seeing people for who they are. You're going to see their true colors. You're going to see people maybe saying certain things or showing you certain things so that you can see things clearly. And even things from your past might come up, wounds that you haven't fully healed from and that perhaps you thought you healed from. And they're going to come up for you to process them. So when these emotions come up, when these things come up, don't be so quick to, say, oh, why is this coming up? I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to feel it. I just want this over with. But instead, reflect on them. Set some time to sit with it and reflect on why this is coming up. What is it trying to teach you? And heal it. Allow it to pass through you. Get to the root of it. For example, maybe, you could start reflecting about how you keep meeting the same type of partners or friendships, or you keep self-sabotaging by certain behaviors, and dive deeper into why it is that you keep finding yourself in these repeating cycles. Why do you keep promising and telling yourself that you are going to do something or that you're not going to do something and break that promise over and over? Why do you say, I'm going to end this and walk away, or I'm going to stop, eating bad food, and then you don't? You continue self-sabotaging when you know it's not serving you. And so in the month of December, I feel that you're going to be faced with certain disappointments, certain things that are not going your way. But the reason is, there's a deeper reason behind that, and it's for you to reflect on it. It's for you to dive deep. Because right now, I feel that you are going through some sort of spiritual enlightenment and spiritual healing. This is deeper, my beautiful pile number one, than your physical body and physical being, your physical life. This goes on a spiritual level, on soul level, okay? There's things here that you need to heal so that they no longer block you and hold you back, and so that you can move forward with confidence and align yourself, bring in the things that truly are going to make you happy. Not temporarily happy, but permanently happy. Wow, this is very, very powerful. I'm not gonna lie, okay? And then you have the star twice here. Let's please note that you have the star that came out twice. So this is even more significant and confirmation that whatever it is that you're going through now. So, sorry, before I explain that, let me say the star card comes out after the tower, and the tower is one of the most challenging cards on the decks, right? On the tarot decks. The tower is one of the most challenging times of our lives, and the star comes right after that, meaning and representing inspiration, hope, calm, renewal, feeling positive, healing, having fun. Excuse me. There's so much I want to say. I keep fumbling my words because this is very powerful energy, pile number one. Very powerful. Okay. This is a very significant time in your life, and I don't want you to get stuck on the bad side of things. I need you to also look at how this is serving you, because it really is. And with the star here, this is all about bringing balance into your life. It's the light that comes after the storm, literally. You're going to be finding yourself feeling a lot more positive, motivated, and free. You should be feeling serene and in tune with the universe, okay? After all of this. And that's what I see coming in for you. And I feel like, it's interesting because I'm feeling like the effects of the star are going to begin coming in for you in the month of December, some way or form. It's like you're really going to understand and have a shift of thought on everything that you're going through. You're going to understand more of why you're going through what you're going through. And maybe with you listening to this guidance in this video right now, you can remember this as you encounter these challenges, right? And know that a period of calm and stability is going to be coming into your life, my beautiful friend. You will come through your tough times with a renewed sense of yourself and the world around you. Whatever mental, emotional, physical, or even spiritual issues that you were experiencing, you'll be able to leave them behind and trust that everything is okay. It's like your faith will also get stronger. is what I'm seeing. You're going to be connected more with your higher self and your team of guides and angels. You're going to come out of this feeling so much more independent, wise, stronger, and you're going to be building yourself, working on yourself, healing yourself. The focus is going to be more on you, nurturing you, bringing things into fruition, feeling sophisticated, feeling in power, in control, knowing your worth is what I'm seeing here. Okay. And with the Lovers card, the Lovers represent several things. Of course, in relationships, soulmate connections and things of that sort. So this can, again, represent a lot of emphasis around relationships. But it also represents having like a dilemma or a big choice to make. Maybe you're conflicted between two different options. And if that is the case, your angels are saying the answer is going to be within you. And I know, I know, a lot of times we don't like to hear that. Oh, the answer is within me. I don't know how to listen to that. Well, you listen to that by becoming present, by grounding yourself, by taking time to nurture you, to go within, to heal yourself. Maybe meditating, journaling, reflecting, connecting with the divine, listening to your gut feeling about what decision you should do and what is best for you. Not just what you want on a mental level, oh, but I want this person. Oh, but I am stable in this job. But more so, what is truly right for you? What is your gut calling you to do? Is your gut telling you, okay, you want this person, but this person doesn't respect you. You should leave that. Okay, you're stable in this job, but this job makes you really unhappy and drained. You should leave that. Listening to that gut feeling. That is where you're going to find your answer, my beautiful pile number one. Even if it's about relocating, because something just came to me for some of you about moving or relocating or traveling or something of that sort. And they're saying the same thing. Listen to that gut feeling. Don't let the fear or the comfort keep you where you are just because, you're afraid of what's out there, or if you fail, or you're afraid of being alone, you're afraid of taking a leap of faith, but more so listen to your heart. Listen to your heart, my beautiful friend. There's so much more for you out there. And yeah, I just noticed there's the two of Pentacles here as well. So yes, there's definitely something that you're juggling in between, that you're sort of like, should I do this? Should I do that? Something that you're unsure of. And it's a bit of a dilemma for you. So you're being encouraged to maybe pray on it. Ask for a sign. Do this on a more spiritual level. Make this decision heart-based, not just the logical side of things, okay? Okay, wow. Oh, the other thing I want to mention is the number 3 is significant for you. So it could be that you're seeing 333 a lot lately. It could be that in 3 weeks, 3 days, 3 months, something significant could be happening for you as well. But the number 3 is significant. It could be also just the energy of the number 3 that is significant in your life, which the number 3 is about consistency, and it is also about finding balance. The number 3 reminds me of the triangle, right? So there's 3 ends, and the triangle represents balance between the mind, body, and spirit. Okay. Wow. This is so beautiful, because I feel like you're going to come out of this feeling so much more renewed, and you're going to have such a strong sense of where you belong, of who you are, and of your connection to spirit. You are creating something wonderful right now, believe it or not. You're transforming into a new you, and this is why this is hard. This is why this feels so challenging, is because when we are ascending, when we are going into a higher level of ourselves, a higher vibration, we have to leave things behind. We do. We sort of shed those things that are not at that higher level frequency. And that can include people, places, things, habits. And that is what's happening to you, my beautiful pile number 1. And with being of service over here, I'm also seeing 2 things here. I see taking a leap of faith, which I believe I mentioned earlier, taking those steps necessary, taking those actions necessary, right, towards moving upwards and moving on. But I'm also seeing here, you are someone that could be of example to others, that could be a leader. And this could be, even just family members or your children or whomever. It doesn't have to be like a large set of people. And if it is like you being an influencer, then great. But I'm seeing here that you will have a lot to share with others, that perhaps you can even assist others in their own healing journey, whether this is just close friends, or just people that are going through what you have gone through. You'll then be able to share your wisdom with them and guide them through their journey. Wow, this is really beautiful. I absolutely love this for you, because I feel that in the month of December, you're going to be able to get a better, clearer understanding on what is going on and change your perspective on what's been happening to you when it comes to these areas of your life. Okay. All right, my beautiful pile number 1. Thank you so much, my dear love, for allowing me to bring you this guidance and insight about these changes that are happening in your life. As always, it is such a pleasure to be of enlightenment. And if you find it in your kind heart to please give this video a thumbs up and even subscribe to me. That way we can stay connected and you can stay tuned in to the next videos that I'm going to be uploading. Please do so. I would greatly appreciate that and would love to have you become part of my family, my soul family. All right, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya. Hi, beautiful pile number 2. Welcome to your divine December forecast reading. Wow. You have quite an interesting and a bit of a different reading here. The theme is a little bit different from what I have been able to pick up. Oh, something that just came to me, the number 8 is of significance for you. So this could be that you have been seeing 888 a lot, or maybe the month of August is significant. Even just in terms of timing, the next 8 days, the next 8 weeks, 8 months. Wow, which actually the next 8 months, since this is for December, would put us in August, which is also the number 8. So yeah, there's definitely big energy with the number 8 here. Please do keep that in mind. The number 8 is also associated with abundance and prosperity. With that being said, though, my beautiful pile number 2, I am feeling a lot of energy around your ancestor line. So your bloodline. So with the legacy of light, and I'm so sorry, I forgot to show you your cards. Oh my goodness. Okay. So your oracle cards. I'm sorry about that. The first one that you have is Dark Woman, dealing a relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. Okay, and then you have Open Your Psychic Senses. Okay. And you have Legacy of Light. Okay. What I'm feeling here is some sort of deep connection with you in spirit, to be honest with you. Whether you know this or not, you may be aware of this, you may not. It doesn't, you being aware or not does not determine your connection to your ancestors and to your spirit guides. They're still there for you, always trying to guide you. And I feel that your guides and your ancestors specifically are very much present in your life. Pile number 2, meaning that they're taking a big role in guiding you in this lifetime. There's some sort of energy around your past. Perhaps you are someone that had a very troubling and challenging childhood. I'm feeling here like your past may have been quite the difficult and challenging one. Quite traumatic is what I want to say. Like maybe there was some sort of abuse or violence or something that really affected you is what they're telling me. with the Tower being right before the Six of Cups. Something about your childhood. And so I'm feeling here. And something about family, okay? Something about family as well. Okay, let's dive a little deeper into this. I'm sort of feeling here that in the month of December, you will be gaining some sort of clarity and inner strength about something. There's some sort of new beginning, that's for sure. There's some sort of new phase that you'll be entering where you are going to be leaving something behind. And I feel like this thing that you could be leaving behind, aside from it being like an actual person or something like that, I feel like it's also going to be certain traumas and wounds of the past, things you haven't fully healed that are in your subconscious mind. I'm saying there's definitely new beginnings. That's very strongly coming through in your reading. You have the Ace of Pentacles twice here. And the Ace of Pentacles is all about new beginnings. More specifically in your finances, and stability, abundance, manifesting things, right? Feeling more secure, basically in terms of money. However, I also feel like this new beginning is just not in terms of your finances. It's also in terms of you, of a certain chapter being left behind, like in the past, something just completely maybe closing and ending. This could be with a person. This could be certain beliefs, certain trauma, certain, grief, something you haven't been able to let go of that is still lingering on, and starting new, feeling confident in yourself, feeling wiser, stronger, and more clear-minded, having a sense of direction. And I feel like this is going to come quicker than you anticipated. I know I mentioned the number 8, but I don't know, like maybe the start of it, like planting that seed or the beginning of it is going to be quicker than you anticipate. And then over the next 8 months, maybe by the month of August, maybe in the next 8 weeks is when these things will really settle in and you're going to really see the rewards and feeling more stable, more grounded, more stability, more freedom. But I am seeing here, there's some sort of new beginning. And your guides and your angels, your ancestors are saying, don't be afraid of this though. Don't be afraid of change. Don't be afraid of starting fresh, perhaps moving, traveling, starting over in whatever way and form this could be, because there's something that you have been holding on to that just hasn't really been serving you. And again, this could be those wounds from the past. This could be people. This could be even your finances, right? Just having stress and worry and doubt about your finances and sort of like penny picking. Whatever it is, there's this sense of renewal and of relief that is coming in for you, pile number 2. And I'm seeing here, you're about to expand. You are about to embark on this new journey, and your angels and your ancestors sort of have been doing their best, not sort of, they certainly have been doing their best to guide you to this, okay? They're right there with you, and they're saying, jump into this leap, take that leap of faith, and know that the universe will catch you, that they're going to have your back. This could even be something unexpected for some of you, but it's almost like you're being rewarded for all of the troubles of your past, okay? I see some of you maybe like returning somewhere, returning home, returning to a person, returning to something, maybe coming off home, feeling like you belong, feeling fulfilled, feeling in alignment. I'm saying like some sort of reunion is what I want to say, or gathering. I know I mentioned family earlier, so I'm saying some sort of like good gatherings. Maybe with children around. And I know we are around the holidays. Perhaps that is part of it as well. But I'm saying feeling blessed and feeling happy, okay? Feeling fulfilled, spiritually fulfilled. The other thing I want to mention to you, pile number 2, that your ancestors want to say, whatever place you are in with your spiritual connection. I don't know if you're someone that meditates and connects with their spirit guides or know about their ancestors and your bloodline and all of those things. I feel that they're really encouraging you to connect with them more because you are someone who is going to be carrying a legacy in your family. You are doing things in, okay, they just gave it to me. You are breaking generational curses. Wow, you are clearing generational trauma, pains, cycles. And this is a lot. This can be a lot of work for those of us that are in that role. I am personally in that same role in my family. And I'm not going to lie, it definitely comes with its challenging, but it's the most amazing and rewarding thing ever. I wouldn't have it any other way. And there's a reason why we are chosen. There's a reason why you are chosen for that. And it's because you are skilled. It is because you are capable of this. It's because you're meant for this. Your ancestors, your angels, your higher self know that you are worthy and capable of doing this for your family, for yourself. And you're leaving a legacy because you're doing things perhaps that no one else has done. Whether that is just healing, right? Because think about it. A lot of times, in the older generations, there was no such thing as healing. There was no such thing as going within, as putting yourself first, of allowing yourself to feel. Heck, in my family, my parents and grandparents don't even believe in therapy. You know, if I told them that I went to therapy, they would be like, what? What is therapy for? Like, you know, and so I feel like you're doing something different. And with the Ace of Pentacles here, even in terms of career and finances, maybe you are the one that's going to really bring stability and wealth into your family, whether you believe that or know that right now or not. You are someone that is going to be doing something completely different in your bloodline. That is what they're telling me. And this, my dear friend, is why your ancestors are so present in this lifetime for you. This is why they're so involved with assisting you and guiding you. So you see here, there's that little child and then like a parent and a grandparent. And that is exactly how it is for you. They're protecting you. They're holding you close. And with open your psychic senses here, I feel that they are inviting you to connect with them more, to build a relationship with them more, to maybe ask them for guidance and insight when you're battled between certain choices and decisions, when you don't know which path to take, or when something seems, out of your comfort zone. Because it feels like there may be important decisions that you're going to be making that not only will affect you here in the physical, but also on your spiritual path. So you're being encouraged to make these decisions from the heart. You are also being encouraged, my beautiful pile number 2, to be a little bit more patient with yourself and the progress of things. And I think they're saying this because maybe sometimes you can get a bit impatient with wanting to manifest and have something in that moment. And they're saying, whatever ideas, inspiration, plans, and things that you want, they're going to come, but they're going to come in divine timing. So they don't want you to get overwhelmed or discouraged because you're not receiving these things when you need and want them. Okay? The universe, God knows exactly when you need them, and that is when you will receive them. Also, they're saying something about learning to, yes, stand up for yourself, right? Stand up for yourself, but maybe not getting too energetically involved in certain conversations. Like if there's a conversation with someone that is disagreeing with you, not allowing yourself to get too drained and involved in those chatty, dramatic, gossiping conversations, and more so keeping your energy to yourself. Like stand up for yourself, speak whatever it is you need to speak. Use your voice, but also knowing when to turn away and maybe not speak, because it could be draining your energy. The other thing that I'm noticing in your reading, beautiful pile number 2, is I am seeing a lot of clouds, right? We have clouds sort of like in a few pictures here. And this is also telling me that whatever cloudiness, whatever fogginess in your life will also begin to clear itself up. Okay, I'm seeing that those cloudiness where you're not able to clearly think or see something, you're going to start seeing and be able to assess properly. There could also be someone in your life that is sort of like of influence with you. This could be a friend, a mother, a sister. It doesn't matter who, but there's someone in your life that I feel like could be of influence, a good influence. And they're also saying to follow this person, listen to this person, take their advice a little bit more serious, because they're also like a guide for you here, and you may not know it, they may not remember it at soul level, but they're also a guide for you. They feel to be more mature and more wise, so you could really benefit from listening to their wise advice, my beautiful friend. Okay, all right, I hope this has been insightful for you, my beautiful pile number 2. Once again, thank you so much for allowing me to connect with your beautiful energy and for me being of enlightenment to you. If you find it in your kind heart, please do give this video a thumbs up, as this really helps my channel grow, and also subscribe so that we can stay connected and you can stay tuned in to the next videos I'll be uploading. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And again, much love and light to you, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 3. Welcome to your December forecast reading. All right, pile number 3. You have quite an interesting reading, to be honest with you. Let me go ahead and show you your oracle cards. So you did pick money path. A path with money is awaiting for you to find it. I'm going to put that up here. You also have take your next step. And what I love about this card in particularly, pile number 3, is that as you can see, there are these steps that are leading upwards, but you really don't know what's up there. You're taking your next step without knowing exactly what you're walking into. However, to me, this light is very comforting, warm, and inviting. Wow, and it's 111 on the video recording as I said that. So I think that's only even more confirmation about a certain step that perhaps you need to take in your life, that even though it may seem scary or you may doubt it, is still a step that could very much benefit you in your life. But we'll dive a little bit deeper into that as I continue to feel in your energy. You also have receiving, allowing yourself to receive. Okay? Right, so I'm just gonna place these back. Beautiful, and focus this. All right, pile number 3. What I'm seeing with your reading is that for a while now, you may have been feeling a bit of a despair. And if you're not feeling like this yet, of course, then this just means that this could be part of the energy that you're going to be feeling or could be feeling in the month of December. But I am seeing that you've been a bit frustrated and maybe unmotivated here and there. It's sort of like you could be focusing more on the negative side of certain things in your life. And this is because of certain trauma or certain changes that you have suffered, that you are going through, that are making you feel unmotivated and defeated in a certain way. It could be something such as a heartbreak or a separation or a loss of employment, or just not feeling exactly the most hopeful at this time because of certain events in your life. It's sort of some sort of emotional baggage, okay? Sort of like grieving of some sort. And I'm almost feeling like for some of you, you could be feeling really unmotivated when it comes to your drive, and just feeling optimistic. But at the same time, it's like I'm also seeing here that although you did go through an event that caused you to feel this way, you're also keeping you're also keeping yourself feeling this way by the way that you're thinking. Right now, you have an illusion. You're feeling trapped. You're feeling all these negative emotions, but you're keeping yourself trapped by continuing to feed this negative thinking. And for some of you, I'm also seeing that perhaps this had something to do with some sort of relationship or even collaboration, maybe in relation to career. Maybe you have tried different things. You try to collaborate with people, connect with people, and maybe it didn't go the way that you expected it to, even in terms of relationships, right? I am seeing, though, that you are someone quite independent, my beautiful power number 3. You are somebody who has this beautiful spark to them. You're actually very creative and intuitive. You hold more power than you realize. You can be very energetic and resourceful, a lot more resourceful than you think. It's just that right now you're inside of this fake illusion that everything is against you and everything is going down the drain when it's not, okay? So you may find yourself feeling quite conflicted at this time. Maybe there are certain things that you're not allowing yourself to see or accept at this time. Perhaps those things are hard decisions, so you're choosing not to have to make the choice. Whether this is about choosing to be optimistic, choosing to still fight through the hard times, or choosing to make a certain decision that is going to better you, but that is difficult to make. For example, like leaving a relationship or leaving a job. Whatever it is, I am seeing here that there are some things, pile number 3, that need to come up, whether they are emotions or situations, and they are to align you with a path that is most going to serve you. So this confusion that you could be feeling at this time, I feel that in the month of December, you're going to have some sort of idea on what action to take. Yes, yes, that is, I am seeing that because you have the 2 of Swords here with feeling conflicted, having a dilemma, not knowing which decision to take, and not seeing things with the Ace of Wands, which is all about new beginnings and taking action. So I do see you being able to make a decision or take action towards that thing that you have been doubtful about. There's also strong energy for you with the King of Cups here. And for whatever reason, and I want to show you, the little fishy here was really standing out to me. So there's this little tiny fish over here, and he's actually smiling. The little fish is actually smiling. And when I saw that, it really stood out to me. And what I'm seeing here is that one way or another, pile number 3, you are maturing a lot more. I mean, I feel like you were already someone quite mature, but you are stepping into another level of maturity. And you're learning this maturity through this lesson, pile number 3. Because the thing is, something that we often forget is that basically every challenge or every lesson that we go through is exactly that. it is a lesson. It teaches us something, whether it is to become more strong, more independent, more wise, or whatever it is. And that's what I'm seeing for you. You're learning a valuable lesson through this time, through this change, even if it doesn't seem like it at the moment. Because I know how you've been feeling. I know. And let me say again, pile number 3, there is big emphasis around your thoughts right now, your mental clarity. And I feel that it's because, you know, like I mentioned earlier, yes, this bad thing happened to you, but also your way of thinking, because perhaps you're focusing more on the bad side of things, is also keeping you here even longer. Instead, allow healing to come in. Trust the process. Trust the journey that you're on. And don't overwhelm yourself with doubt and fear. Maybe do a prayer, do a release ceremony. Journal about it. Pray on it. Try to substitute these negative thoughts with positive ones. Focus on what you could be grateful for in your life at this time rather than the negative things, right? Because I am seeing that the month of December is going to be quite significant to you when it comes to these emotional and mental situations and way of thinking and being right now. Do not be surprised if in this month you find yourself feeling emotions even from the past, things that perhaps you thought you already healed, or certain people and things sort of coming up again, but they're coming up for you to heal and release them, my beautiful pile number 3. Okay, so be aware of this so that when it happens, you are ready to face it and let it go once and for all, so it's not hunting you. All right. And this could be, because I'm seeing honestly different things for you, because this could even be about the way that you're thinking or holding yourself back, certain doubts that you're questioning whether or not you can do something about taking the next step, maybe like starting your own business or leaving a relationship. You're questioning whether or not you're going to be able to do this and how you're going to survive if you make such decision. But the thing is that you are capable of this, my pile number 3. You most certainly are. And I'm seeing here that in the month of December, things are going to be coming up for you to release them, and then for something new to start. And I love this because literally, you know, there's this sort of darker or more negative energy, and then you have this lighter positive energy, more mature energy, more clear energy coming in. And I really love that. It's sort of like you're going through an awakening in the sense that you're going to be reflecting more on your life, your choices, the direction of your life at this time. And it's going to be like an awakening for you, like a realization of, okay, this is the path I want to be on. This is what I want to do. This is where I need to focus on, whether that is healing yourself, your career, your finances, you know, self-love. And you're going to wake up and realize, okay, you know, I don't need to be so hard on myself. I don't need to focus on just the negative, bad things that have happened to me. I can wake up and rise up from this stronger and wiser than ever before, and take that lesson and keep moving forward, trusting in divine timing, trusting in divine plan, trusting in your angels and in God. Because one thing's for sure, pile number 3, that I am seeing for you, there is goodness coming out of this for you. I'm seeing even like good news or some sort of invitations for you. And the type of good news that are exciting, the ones that you hope to receive, it's like once you start taking that action that I mentioned earlier, once you make that decision and you're not one foot in, one foot out, you're finally going to start seeing good things happening for you. Because right now you're sort of in this stagnant, stuck energy because of your thoughts and the events, the situation that happened to you, the change. And another thing that I want to remind you of, my beautiful pile number 3, or I feel drawn to mention, is to be kind to yourself. Be compassionate with yourself. Allow yourself to be vulnerable as well. If you need to cry, cry it out. Sometimes it's good to release. I personally believe that tears cleanse the soul, and releasing, whether you journal and write out your feelings, your thoughts, could be very helpful. Allow yourself to be gentle with yourself. Look at yourself in your mirror and you remind yourself that you love yourself and that you deserve to be compassionate of yourself. To be gentle as you transition and grow. Sometimes we have to remind ourselves of that, because life can be hard as it is already sometimes. Right? But we always make it through. We always come through the other side. There is nothing that you cannot handle. I promise. I'm also seeing here that you will be gaining more structure and sort of like routine in your life starting in the month of December. Or you're going to start again taking action and planning towards restructuring your life. Yep. It's like you're going to be finding balance between your mind and your heart. Because again, right now, I feel like there's a lot of cloudiness and stagnant energy. And I see the month of December being the month where that starts to clear up. But that's going to all happen with you. What actions and decisions you take, what you allow to release and feel. And again, trusting. Even if you don't know what's ahead, there's something with a path here. There's something with like trusting the journey that you're on, holding on to your faith at this time. Yeah, pile number 3. I almost want to say that you're being tested by your faith. You're being tested to see if you can remember during this time to trust in the universe. Because the universe wants to give you exactly what you want, pile number 3. They want to give you the financial abundance. They want to give you the loving, nurturing relationship. They want you to be at your fullest potential, to be your highest self. And they're right there to support you. But you are the one who is responsible in embodying these things. You are the one responsible in believing in yourself. And I know it can be challenging, but it's definitely not impossible. I also feel like some of you could be working towards manifesting something in your life at this time. Perhaps you are working on, building your financial wealth, doing something new that it has been a bit challenging perhaps. But see, the fishes are really stinking out here. And fishes can represent fertility, rebirth, and emotions. So there's some sort of rebirth. Ooh, okay. Now that I mentioned the word rebirth, there's definitely some sort of rebirth happening for you. I will say that. Of who you are at core, your beliefs, your unconscious. That's what it is. Okay. I think that this is also part of reprogramming your subconscious mind. So the things that are deeper in your mind that you may or may not be aware of, those limiting beliefs, this is going to help in removing some of those. Okay. Yes, my dear pile number 3, this is why this is so powerful, because this is assisting you in removing some of those limiting beliefs. And that's one of the most powerful things that could happen. One of the most beneficial things, just because we operate, our life is basically built around our subconscious beliefs, right? So I would really advise you during this time to take time to really reflect, to really sit down, make the space for yourself where you can observe your thoughts, not to hold on to them and feel into them and become them, but just to observe them. Watch them come and go and reflect on what you could do right in this moment to change around the way that you're feeling, to focus more on the positive side of things. and to welcome in healing into your life at this time, pile number 3. Wow, my beautiful friend, I am sending you the utmost healing and loving light to you. I know that you're going to figure it out. I am not worried about that. I feel like this is going to be a bit of a challenging month, but not really, because from that challenge, you're finally going to be stepping into this other energy, into this positive and more uplifting energy where you're going to be feeling more optimistic, where things are going to be clearing up for you. And I'm excited to see how that's going to unfold for you. It's like you'll be able to look back and say, now I understand why I went through that. There's transformation that is coming from that. And I'm very excited and happy for you about this, my beautiful pile number 3. All right, thank you so much for allowing me to bring you this divine guidance today. It is always such a pleasure to be of enlightenment. And if you find it in your kind heart to please give this video a thumbs up and of course subscribe as well so that we can stay connected, I would highly appreciate that. Much love, and I will see you in the next reading. See you. Hello, my magical and beautiful pile number 4. What an interesting, really, what a magical reading for you. I'm going to see where I even begin because your reading is quite different and powerful. And I'm not going to lie, there's a lot of different ways that this reading can go. And I know that this is a general reading, so that could be perhaps because it's going to apply to a lot of different people in different ways. There's a lot of energy with your reading pile number 4. Wow. All right, for starters, let's go over your oracle cards. You picked well. Family wishes come true. I'm going to say that December is going to be quite potent in energy, to say the least. And you have progress. You also have relax the hold of darkness and be a cause. Beautiful. All right. Wow. Wow. Where do I begin? Let me go ahead and focus the screen here and get this sorted out. Okay. The reason why there are 2 cards here on the side that I'm not able to fit in your screen, but let me go ahead and show those to you. You have the Empress and Judgment, 2 major arcana cards. Wow. The reason is your reading came with a surprise. I did not know that I pulled 2 extra cards. So for every single reading, I always pick out 6 cards, 6 here and 6 on the bottom. But for yours, when I started to lay out the cards, you had 2 extra ones as a surprise. All right. So that alone tells me that there may be something unexpected that may happen in the month of December for you. And it feels to be something for your greatest good. It should be something positive and something that is going to help you in the long run. And that is why we have those cards there. Aside from that, something I want to point out right now, because this blew my mind. Oh, and with what I'm about to say as well, the other thing with that as well, I'm sorry, I can't even speak. I'm so excited. Is that, look at this, okay? So you have here King of Pentacles, the Emperor, and you also have the 8 of Swords, okay? If you look down here, and these are 2 different decks of tarot cards. They're not the same one. You also have King of Pentacles and the Emperor. The same exact cards, the 2 same exact cards. And not only that, they came out in the same exact positions. You don't understand how mind blown I am, because what are the chances that that would have happened? I don't think that this is a coincidence. So you literally have these two cards, which are the same cards in the same exact positions. You also do have the Eight of Swords twice. So this to me has a pretty significant meaning. I think that there have been a lot of synchronicities in your life lately, meaning that the universe, your guides, your angels have been sending you a lot of signs, my beautiful power number 4. These signs could be in forms of people or numbers or symbols, like seeing repeated numbers or butterflies or things of that sort, right? And these signs are significant in this time of your life because they're trying to communicate a message to you. These synchronicities could even be in forms of you feeling a certain way, okay? Your intuition, your gut feeling. The point is that I feel like your guides and angels have really been trying to communicate with you. They're really trying to give you some guidance at this time. So in order to tune in to those messages and that guidance, I recommend that you become present. I recommend that you do your best to become still and become in tune with what you're feeling in that moment, to take a look around perhaps, and just pay attention to what it is that they could be saying to you about the situation that you're going through. Because one thing that I am feeling, to be honest with you, is that you could be feeling in some area of your life, you could be feeling trapped, all right? You could be feeling restricted or backed into a corner, basically feeling as if you don't have a way out of this problem or this situation. It's almost like you could be feeling anxious or things of that sort, all right? You could be in between a dilemma right now. However, there is something that you must be aware of, my beautiful power number 4, and it's that yes, although you have the situation that is happening to you, at the same time, you could be keeping yourself in this situation, whether that is because you're keeping yourself in it because you're not taking the necessary actions, or you're keeping yourself in it because you're constantly thinking negative. You're focusing more on the negative side. Although, and it's very interesting here, I'm not really feeling much negative energy around you. So this could be like a temporary issue, or this could be something that like was thrown your way. This could be more so on a mental level than an actual like physical one, if that makes sense. I just feel like, yes, there's this negative thing, but there's also so much more in your life. So much more to celebrate, to be grateful for. Like you also have really good and positive things happening in your life. It's like these little dilemmas, not little because they do feel significant, but I feel like you can very much move past them. And you will be moving past them. And there's a lot of, look at that. Oh my goodness, you have the Queen of Pentacles next to the King of Pentacles with the Page of Pentacles. This is amazing. I mean, one thing's for sure though, power number 4, you are manifesting something. There is something that you are being quite persistent, dedicated, and focused on bringing into your life. You're building something of your own. You're trying to create something for yourself, whether that is generational wealth, a legacy. Definitely a lot of energy around creation right now for you. Creating structure with the Emperor here. Definitely creating more of a routine. Being protective of where your energy goes into, perhaps. Okay? And just having more stability in your life, right? Finding balance is what I'm seeing here. It's like you're going almost through an awakening. You're going through a realization. You're focusing on the things that are going to better you, on the things that are going to get you to your goal, you know? And it's like you need to start not being so harsh on yourself. You need to also be a little bit more compassionate with your thoughts and not feed into the negative thinking. You might have also been drawn to power number 3, and if that is the case, I do encourage you to also listen to it. There may be some additional guidance for you there, but I'm seeing here that this is your time to rise up. This is not the time to give up on your dreams or on your hopes, on whatever it is you want to bring in. There's definitely, wow, it's just, this is so beautiful. There's definitely a need for balance. There's a need to connect with yourself here. And this is part of this lesson now, pile number 4. This is teaching you more so about yourself, like your self-love. I mean, like genuinely true love. Self-love, because sometimes we think of self-love as like, oh yeah, I love myself, but what does that really mean? How do you show up? How do you talk to yourself? How do you behave if you love yourself? If you love yourself, you have a trustworthy connection with yourself. You do what you say you're going to do, and you don't do what you say you're not going to do. You are kind, you are patient with yourself. You make time for yourself. And I feel like you're going to be diving a lot deeper into that as you're trying to manifest these things into your life, whether this is career-based, relationship-based, because I am also feeling, again, this is how I was saying that this energy is sort of going in a lot of different directions. Perhaps this applies to all different areas of your life, personal, career, and relationships. It's like you're trying to have it all. And the universe is saying, I want to give it all. I want you to have it all. But before we get there, there are some things you need to heal and let go of. Limiting beliefs specifically, okay? Limiting beliefs and whatever blockages are in your way, because it's like, wow, you have all these beautiful opportunities, all these blessings ready to come into your life and be handed to you, but there's this block. There's this block in between receiving that. And so the universe and God and your angels are working through, assisting you in releasing this stagnant energy or a bit of a dilemma or doubt. Because again, I feel like more so this is on a mental level, like perhaps the way that you're thinking. Maybe you doubt yourself. You question if you're capable of this, if you can do this. But what I was also going to say is that for some of you, I am also feeling like there is energy in regards to relationships. Okay, I'm seeing here with the Queen and King of Pentacles is like, you could be trying to manifest the ideal partner at this time. But definitely a lot of energy around creating an empire of your own. I mean, you could, wow, I just realized, oh my goodness, yes. You could also even be someone that wants to be a leader. Whether you are an influencer on social media, whether you have your own business or you're trying to create your own business, your own programs to offer people, like your own products. I'm feeling a lot of like you impacting people, okay? And you being of example because you have so many people that are of high status. Or maybe that's also what it is. It's that you are going to be someone that's going to be honestly so wealthy. I mean, look at these cards. Like there's a lot of pentacle cards, which represents basically finances and wealth and abundance and stability and being grounded. And I see that so much in your reading pile number 4. I mean, if you're not already, you're going to be extremely grounded. And what being grounded means is that you're present, is that you have stability in your life. You feel secure in your life. There's no chaos. There's no doubting. There's no rockiness. You know where you're headed and you know where you are. And that's what I see you working towards. And I see it because it says family wishes come true. And the way that I'm perceiving this is that that desire that you have, that wish that you have is going to come true. And it's something that's going to be very impactful. What you're doing right now, this thing that you're working towards healing or growing or making or manifesting is going to be something that's also even going to affect those around you, your friends and your family, children even perhaps. And I'm also even seeing that this is something that you were meant to. This is your destiny. This could be like your soul's purpose. This is something that since you were a child, perhaps you felt within your heart, whether you knew it or not. Okay? This is no small thing here that you're trying to do. So you have to remind yourself that, I mean, you could even be like a generational breaker, meaning that you could be doing something that perhaps no one else in your family could be or has been doing. All right? Wow. And this is a progress. Okay, please remind yourself, okay, this is why I feel like you got this card, is that it's a progress, is that instead of sometimes being consumed by where you are, in the sense of, I wish I was there. I wish I was making this amount of money. I wish I already had that partner. I wish I was already that person, the best version of me. Instead, think of how far you've come and look at things of, wow, I've done a lot of work already as it is. I've already made it quite far enough. And it's a progress, meaning that it's going to take time, patience, dedication, consistency to get to exactly where you want to be. And I know, I'm not going to say I believe, I know you are going to make it, my beautiful pile number 4. And I want you to have that same confidence because it's clearly yours. And I'm even seeing here that you're going to be praised for this, for what you're doing. It's something that you're going to be literally praised for. Because there's so much work, there's so much sacrifices that you're making to be this version of yourself. So when you find yourself feeling a bit conflicted or ungrounded, or maybe reverting back to your old ways, your angels are saying, relax and simply become present. And you see here, this person is inside of a tree trunk and they're touching the tree trunk, allowing themselves to be immersed in that divine energy, being grounded, being centered, and simply going with the flow of things. And just do exactly that. Ground yourself, bring yourself back to the present moment when you feel thrown off track or, unbalanced. Because there's definitely a lot of mature energy. You are coming very wise and very mature. And not just mature, in the way that you represent yourself, as that's also part, but also mature in a sense of the way that you carry yourself like mentally and emotionally, and in making decisions. It's like you'll be faced with certain things and you'll know to make the right decisions. You're going to learn from your past. You're going to be learning from your past experiences, your past lessons. As things come your way, you're going to remember, what you have gone through in the past and how to make a better decision going forward. Wow, there's a lot of emphasis when it comes to your lower chakras, your root, sacral, and solar plexus here. And those represent your survival instincts, okay? So learning to balance the heart and the mind, learning to balance not always being in survival and moving more into your intuitive, creative, divine side, okay? The upper chakras here, okay? Your expression, your throat chakra, your heart center, your third eye, your crown chakra, and having balance in between the two. There's a lot of fruition coming in, a lot of growth, a lot of success, let me say the least. Oh my God, there's so many flowers in your reading, and they're like little tiny flowers everywhere. Little, and the grapes, which represent abundance. Let me say here, I'm going to be honest with you. You're going to be so wealthy. I want to say you're going to be rich. It's the word that's coming through, but I'm seeing so much financial abundance, but abundance all around, in all terms, in all areas of your life. This is such a beautiful and powerful reading, pile number 4. I wish that you could really feel through my voice the energy that I'm feeling for you. You are certainly in the right direction, that is for sure. So don't let these little mind chatters to get in the way of where you're headed, because that path is already yours. Take the veil off of your eyes and continue on, my beautiful pile number 4. Wow. Okay. Thank you so much for allowing me to be of enlightenment to you in this reading today. It is always such a pleasure. And if you find it in your kind heart to please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to me so that we can stay connected, I would highly appreciate that, as it helps my channel here grow. And I will see you in the next reading. See ya.